welcome to everybody listening to our today's podcast. It's another session today. We have a very special guest with us, our Sonceboz CTO, Mr. Gaël Andrieux. Hello, Gaël.
Hello, Max. Thank you for welcoming me today.
I'm very curious already to hear about your story. We do not have the time to talk about all technologies today. We will focus on one application, the electromechanical PTO. Before jumping into the topic, I would like to let you the stage for introducing yourself briefly. You are with Sonceboz already decades now, if I don't miss it.
Thank you, Max. So warm welcome to everybody to this podcast. My name is Gaël. I'm within Sonceboz Group for more than 20 years, and I've seen all the evolution of the mechatronic in the mobility, from development engineer at the very beginning, project management, lot focusing on innovation, managing innovation, and learning new things always. And it's really a blast to be in Sonceboz for that, to be honest. And since January, I'm really lucky to be the Chief Technology Officer of the group and working on electromechanical PTO.
As I mentioned, and you already said, we are talking about electromechanical PTO. What it means, you all will listen to that within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe before starting, we know that the commercial vehicle, the transportation sector in general, as also the passenger cars, is turning into electric mobility, electric powertrains. And that comes along with a lot of challenges, a lot of new applications, new opportunities. And you may give us some context about what is going to change.
It is changing. It's not brand new, but we all know that part of the transportation will need to be decarbonized, and it goes with removing internal combustion engine and replacing that with electric motors, electric traction motors. And when the truck or the commercial vehicle is electrified, you don't have anymore the combustion engine to drive all auxiliaries and aggregates in a truck. Mm-hmm. And in that case, you need to electrify all auxiliaries, like electric hydraulic power steering, electric compressor, electric pumps, and electromechanical power takeoff.
If I listen to you, and I remember very well, we had already 2 podcasts about air compressor, about our electric-driven air compressor, which is based on Scalable technology, as well as our integrated electro-hydraulic pump. If somebody is interested to listen to that again, just a small reminder to that. But looking forward, power takeoff, what does it mean? What is it for? And how can that be electrified?
Power takeoff means taking the power off the engine. It means to have a separated source of energy to drive auxiliaries. So for example, if you have an electric pump to drive a hydraulic cylinder on a garbage truck on a tipper, then you need this source of energy to drive the pump, and this is what is called power takeoff.
There is no more motor, no more diesel engine within an electric truck, so we need to somehow generate the energy, and it's basically torque and speed, I can imagine.
The PTO is in between the world of OEMs, truck manufacturer, and the world of bodybuilder. What we need is to provide this power depending on the type of vehicle. So you have different type of vehicle, from the small one, light duty, to the heavy duty, and depending on that, the need for power is different. So first you need scalability. Mm-hmm. From smaller one, 10 kilowatt, 20 kilowatt, to the bigger one, 120 kilowatt or even more. So that's the first thing to take into account. Yes, this is high voltage. You need scalability on the power. You need scalability also on the voltage, 400 volt in Asia, 800 volt in Europe and North America at the moment. And actually the global challenge is power and torque density. Mm-hmm. Because the mass of the device will have impact on the range of the vehicle, the efficiency, and the battery itself. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. We want to be integrated to have a simpler, more efficient, and also easier to integrate for the OEM, simpler to integrate, more robust for the usage, the use cases. And another thing that we do, and what is unique at Sonceboz, we do it what we call direct drive. It looks simple. At the end, it's a simple motor, but with very high torque density. And thanks to that, we can remove what is needed to increase the torque, a gearbox. What is the benefit of that? Benefit is that you don't need to have this first EV gearbox that you need to maintain. And also in the off-road and commercial vehicles, those PTO are not running all the time, meaning when they don't run, they are under vibration of the vehicle anyway, and you have some pitting effect on the gearbox that degrade the gearbox, and then the lifetime of the whole PTO is impacted. So having this direct drive with a very high torque technology, very special control on the electronic level to really fine-tune the torque and have smooth operation without vibration is what Sonceboz offers with scalability.
Thank you. I understood that we have a very compact and simple design in the end, which makes the motor unique. You have been talking about different power classes. How do you address the different power levels? What is the approach?
It starts from scalability, as we mentioned at the beginning. On the other side, we cannot multiply the number of variants due to investment, as you mentioned, and also development cost, testing and validation cost. What we want to do at Sonceboz is to find the best trade-off in terms of choosing given motor. So we fix the size of the machine, meaning the diameter first, and playing on the length of the machine, we can move from lower power, lower torque to higher power, higher torque. And of course, this kind of market is very fragmented. Volume are quite low at the beginning. First, electric vehicles are not yet mass produced, and PTO is only a portion of that. So that means it's a very low quantities, and at Sonceboz we have a plan to ramp up slowly thanks to semi-automated means of production based on experience we have on other industry we are covering in Sonceboz. Scalability helps us to reduce the investment cost for all the variants, so having a flexible and scalable design. Is the same with the power electronic. Of course, the power electronic itself, the hardware, has to be sized according to the power, but on the logic side, the software side, we have a platform at Sonceboz that is used through all the auxiliaries. It has been started to be developed a couple of years ago, and now we will reuse the same basis, reducing the development cost, the time to market, and also the cost for our customer and for the market. So we have a platform based on AUTOSAR and all the cybersecurity needed, safety level when they are needed. We are ready to safety level up to ASIL D, which is normally not needed for PTO, but it's something we have in our roadmap on our software platform at Sonceboz.
And I can imagine that does not stop at the software. We can reuse connectors, high voltage or signal connectors.
In Sonceboz we are very highly integrated, so meaning we are developing, we are assembling, we are developing our assembly lines or end-of-line test, and we are able to manufacture our components. What do we mean with that? We mean all metallic parts like shafts, housings, gears, we can do in Sonceboz, always with a make and buy strategy, of course. We are also developing and manufacturing internally our electronic boards, which make us very flexible, very agile, and also very efficient in terms of time to market. And last but not least, we are also developing plastic components, meaning we have the full chain of value in-house that help us to be very reactive and also be competitive.
Maybe a question to the needs of the customers. You already explained there is a need for scalability. There is also a need to be very compact. How would you value the proximity to the customers?
Of course, in strategy, access to the market is a key point. And we are lucky with my team today because through the last 15 years, we are now well established in the commercial vehicle market, have access to the main OEMs, and we have also the chance here in Sonceboz to be very close to most of the biggest European OEM, could say Traton Group, Daimler Truck, Volvo Truck. We have access to them. We are having good relationship thanks to the electro-hydraulic power steering device that is on the market for a while now. Also the electric compressor we developed with them. Trust is built, and now when we come with a solution, we are lessened and also credible, and we try to take into account at best the needs of the customer from the beginning, gather all those needs in order to have this scalable concept that we can develop, pre-develop for the market and be ready when it will really grow in the next 5 to 7 years, most probably.
You are making the link to the future. Thank you very much. We are already coming to an end. For me, it is also interesting, I guess, for the audience as well. What is the current status? What is the current maturity level of the product development? And maybe you can also share with us some insights. How do you see the next steps?
Innovation is a long race. It started for us in 2019 when we first identified the auxiliaries and the PTO as a potential for the group. It took us a while to develop the technology, also that the market is there, and now it really accelerates. So since 2023, we have already built some proof of concept to test the technology of the motor, the power electronic, high voltage integration, high voltage electronic integration, and now we are having a B-sample concept, and we are really in the starting block to go on the market as soon as a customer will have decide to work with Sonceboz, and there are many of them, I would say, and I hope we will have a new podcast in the future to tell more when we will be in the market.
If somebody listening is now interested to exchange with you, with the engineering team, also maybe to see some sample, on one hand, we had the IAA last year, which is the history. But what is your advice? How can they come in contact with you or with Sonceboz to learn more about the product?
So there are several things. We are present at ACT Expo in US very soon in April. Also in Bauma in Munich in April, where we will show the PTO. And of course, we have also some subsidiaries in Munich, in Germany, for the more German customer, if they want to meet us there. I would advise to come to Sonceboz, to our Boncourt or Sonceboz factories. They are really very impressive, very high automation. So also to build trust and confidence, it's good to see how we work, to meet our colleagues. And I believe at the end of the day, I'm lucky also to have you, Max, in my team, and you are the person to contact for this PTO.
Thank you very much for that advice. Maybe a small secret, but not anymore. You are located in different countries, in different locations, working for different entities and responsible for them. So if somebody would like to meet Gaël, there's no excuse. He's not only in Germany, he can be found in France, he can be found in Switzerland. So we will meet somewhere, somewhen.
Thank you, Max.
It was very interesting. Thanks for the exchange. I wish all the team all the best for the next steps, and talk to you soon.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, everyone.